So we are going to continue today on peritectic phase diagrams, and as I told you in the last lecture, I am going to show you some images or microstructures. Let me first start with iron germanium phase diagram, which has several peritectic reactions. But I just wanted to show you this diagram mainly because finally at the end of the course you will be able to read these complex diagrams. As you see here, this diagram contains many phases starting with alpha, then epsilon, eta, beta, and many other compounds like Ap5G, Ap6G5, FeG, FeG2, correct. But as usual, on the both ends there are solutions. On the iron end, alpha iron solution, you can see here, alpha iron solution, you can see here clearly that written, this is the one alpha iron solution. Similarly, on the germanium end, there is a germanium solutions. And in between it is populated with many reactions, and we are going to consider only peritectic reaction. So you can see there is a peritectic reaction here, there is a peritectic reaction there, okay, clearly you can see. In addition, there is a eutectic reaction followed by the first peritectic reaction, clearly. So I am going to show you results or microstructure from these first and describe it. Okay, in a nutshell, if I take only the first portion of the APG phase diagram, these are what exactly shown here. You have alpha phase, and these alpha 1 and alpha 2 are different versions of this alpha phase, order actually structurally. We will not discuss about that. But on the other hand, you have a peritectic reaction here in which alpha 2 reacts with the liquid, giving rise to epsilon. And alpha 2 has a P2 order structure. Basically it's a BCC crystal structure, but order. Epsilon has a hexagonal crystal structure with the order of DO19. And the peritectic reaction happens like this way, and this reaction is followed by, so this is my peritectic reaction, this reaction followed by a eutectic reaction. What is that? So this reaction happens at 1122 degrees Celsius as per the phase diagram. On the other hand, the eutectic reactions happens at 1105 degrees Celsius. And this reaction is basically like this, liquid going to epsilon plus beta. But beta is another hexagonal phase, but not order, different type of hexagonal phase. So you can see here that if you want to discuss the microstructure evolutions by looking at any alloy composition here marked like 20 atom%, this alloy, you need to understand both the peritectic and eutectic reactions, and that is the purpose of this course, so that you understand it and understand the phase formation and the microstructure. Now let us look at the microstructure. If I solidify, okay, alloy with 20 atom% germanium, the one I marked it red in the last slide, and you will find this kind of microstructure. And this is what is a typical dendrite. You can see here, I can follow it shape. This is a typical dendrite. It's just like a tree branch. Okay, I am showing you so many different pictures of this, drawing it in the things, but just to show you that this is a dendrite like this. I have drawn here. But within that dendrite, there is another dendrite, okay, which I have marked alpha 2. And this grey color one, dendrite I have marked as epsilon. So initially alpha 2 formed, like these dendrites. So you see here black color, okay, this is alpha 2, and then around it you have epsilon dendrite formation. And so this morphology which you see here is like a cap of epsilon on alpha 2. This kind of morphology, which is known as cap morphology, is a signature of peritectic reaction. So by looking at this microstructure in optical metallograph, you can say that there is a peritectic reaction. Now if you look at this part carefully, these portions in between the dendrites, these are the dendritic spaces, there is eutectic actually, and which will be clear here very clearly. You can see here, this is the eutectic is between epsilon and beta, correct. So let us now discuss more about this peritectic reaction. So this is a scanning electron micrograph of the same alloy. You see here that alpha 2 phase is like a black colored things or black contrast, and it is surrounded by this gray contrast phase epsilon. So as you see here, this alpha 2 phase remains, it does not transform fully by the reaction, okay, and this one is a epsilon phase, correct. So that is actually way to the things to correlate with the way I have described in the last class and with the real time real microstructure. You will be able to correlate this way, that any peritectic reaction present in the phase diagram can be seen in the microstructure like a cap morphology. That is because peritectic reaction never goes to completion in the real solidification conditions. You cannot complete it. If it had been completed, there would have not been any alpha 2 phase in the microstructure, but we see that. That is a signature that peritectic reaction has not gone completed. In fact, before it got completed, it has the liquid remaining around this has undergone eutectic reaction, and this is the lamellar eutectic which I have shown you earlier also. So therefore, it is clear that this reaction did happen. Now let me move on and show you some other phase diagrams. This is the classical copper zinc phase diagram, and we know that copper zinc alloys are called brass, and they are widely used in the different applications, not only cooking utensil earlier, but also in different kinds of defense applications like even cartridges also made up of brass. So there are different types of brass, alpha brass, beta brass, epsilon brass, okay, and all of them are marked here. But the important thing is that in this phase diagram there is at least 5 peritectic reactions. All of them are marked by this circle. Black, this circle you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 are marked, okay. There is at least 4 peritectic reactions which you can see here, not 5, 4. The first peritectic reaction can be written as alpha plus liquid going to beta. That is the first one at 902 degrees Celsius, correct. Second one is at 835 beta plus liquid giving rise to eta or gamma, sorry. This is at 835 degrees Celsius. Then you have another one, gamma plus liquid giving rise to delta. This is at 700 degrees Celsius, correct, you can see here. And the last one is delta plus liquid giving rise to epsilon at 600 degrees Celsius. So this kind of peritectic reactions coming one after another is called cascade of peritectic reaction in the literature. Cascade is like a waterfall, you can see that it happens in a brass. So if you really want to understand brass microstructure, you have to understand peritectic reactions, there is no other way. That is what I told you, that this is the classic systems in which peritectic reaction appears a lot. And so therefore if you want to control the microstructure of alpha beta brass or beta plus delta gamma brass or even delta brass or epsilon brass, you must know that. You must have idea of peritectic reaction morphologies. Now let us look at microstructure. Alpha brass, which is single phase, you can see here this is the alpha phase field, single phase, and beta brass, alpha plus beta brass 2 phase. So alpha brass will have a single phase alpha grains, and you can see even the twins around here. These are the twins, you can see here I am marking, let me mark it with a green color or the blue color things so that you can see it. This is a twin, this is a twin, okay, there are many twins are present, this is a twin, okay, because copper zinc alloys twin very easily. And on the other hand, alpha plus beta brass will have both alpha and beta, and you can clearly see there is a gray or black color stuff, okay. Let me just select a black color chalk, a black color thing here, gray or black color things inside. This is what is known as alpha phase, and outside one is something different color. Let me just put it, okay, I will put this color, okay, this is the one. So this is what is beta and the other one is alpha. This one is alpha. Okay, so that is actually signature peritectic reaction again, and it retains there. So 70% copper, 40% zinc will have alpha plus beta brass. Similarly for copper tin system, which is basically a bronze, you can have a peritectic reaction, several 1, 2, 3, 4 are shown here, okay, at different temperatures. So beta bronze or epsilon bronze or eta bronze, they are all produced by peritectic reactions, different peritectic reactions. And just to show you a picture or microstructure of that, this is your alpha beta bronze. You can see here copper 15% with tin alloy. This is your alpha and this is your beta, okay, present. Alpha is present like a skeleton and beta is present like a bulk gray color phase. Alpha is like a black color. Same thing here also. This is what is your alpha, this is what is your beta. So you can see the signatures of peritectic reactions in phases. Now last one I want to show you is that it's case of welding of stainless steel, iron, chromium, nickel, which is a classical problem. Okay, so as you know, this is ternary alloy. So we have not discussed about ternary phase diagrams, but just to excite you or just to let you know that these things can be extended from binary to quaternary systems, I want to show you. So initially you have austenite or gamma grains, gamma is FCC iron, and these dendrites, gamma dendrites grow, and then there is a reaction between the gamma and your liquid, okay. And so therefore what will happen? This is the eutectic ferrite, you can see here eutectic presence. So therefore this reaction will lead to formation of these dendrites. So that this is what is your, oh, I am sorry, this is not gamma, this is delta, okay. So this is delta, I should not make any mistakes. So these are actually delta iron, all of them are delta. And then delta plus liquid reacts and form gamma. So you can see here, and this gamma then later on surrounds around the delta, but delta remains retained, you cannot remove delta iron, correct. On the other hand, this delta, this is called lath type ferrites, or delta, and the gamma which is already transformed to, gamma will transform to pearlite, because gamma is not stable, pearlite, that is what you see here, these are pearlite. Okay, so but question is that as the delta retained in the microstructure, the delta actually creates problem later on, because delta transforms to alpha iron, and alpha iron is a soft phase, and not only that, it leads to volume expansion. So therefore the welds crack during microstructure, during solidification. So this is a typical problem of peritectic reaction in a stainless steel welding. Now with these introductions of the peritectic microstructures and peritectic phase diagram, let me just show you that peritectic reactions, peritectic phase diagrams can be actually extended for compound formations. And in the next class I will discuss about that in detail. But before I go into that compound formation compound forming phase diagrams, I take the simple peritectic phase diagram and show you the composition versus free energy versus composition diagrams in the board. So first thing I will do, I will just draw a classical peritectic phase diagram, the one I have drawn you in the last class. I hope by this time you have learned my tricks, how I am drawing the phase diagram. This is temperatures versus composition diagram, and this is the simple possible peritectic reaction, okay. So this is TA, melting temperature of A, this point. This is TB, melting temperature of point B, element B, and this is alpha, this is beta. Rest of the stuff is very easy. So this is beta plus or liquid plus beta, this is alpha plus beta, and this is alpha plus liquid. This is the simple possible phase diagrams of peritectic reactions. So and in these diagrams, and I showed you how the beta forms in different ways. In the last lecture and also these lectures also, I have shown you how the beta forms. The peritectic reaction is basically alpha plus liquid going to beta, and this happens at Tp, at peritectic temperature Tp. Obviously this is the peritectic isotherm at Tp, and you can see this has these two ends of that. And please study this phase diagram nicely, because you will get in the assignment some problems on how to calculate the amount of beta phase from these horizontal lines or from these tie lines at Tp. I will solve also in some of the classes, but I am just telling you that you should look into these diagrams very nicely. Now I would like to show you the the free energy composition diagrams. Okay, G versus XB at different temperatures. So let me take temperatures like this one is T1 and TA, and this is T2, very temperature TP, and here I take temperature here, which is the most difficult one, T3. Okay, so I will draw these 4 temperatures, T1, TA, T2 and T3. TB is not interesting temperature at all. So at T1, you see, if you want to do a free energy composition diagrams, you have to first look at the phase diagrams. How many phases are present here? There are 3 phases present, alpha, liquid and beta. So in each of these diagrams, I need to draw the free energies of 3 phases. That's the idea. So how I will draw it depends on which of the phases stable and which of the phases are not stable in the phase diagram. So at T1, at temperature equal to T1, I could say all the liquid phase is stable here. You can see here at T1 liquid phase is stable. So for alpha and beta, the free energy curves will be above the liquid free energy curves. So this is what it is. So this is for liquid, okay, and again I will use dotted lines for alpha and beta. Okay, this is for beta suppose, and this is what is your alpha. Why alpha will be above? Because alpha is, it does not matter actually you do alpha above or beta above, but this is what is the relative disposition of these curves for the liquid, alpha and beta. Okay, so at temperature T1. So liquid phase is stable in all composition range from pure A to pure P. Now at temperature T2, or temperature T rather, not T2. Okay, let us now do it for temperature TA, T equal to TA, correct. So at T equal to TA, you can see here that at the pure A end, at the end pure A, the free energy, the solidus and liquidus of alpha phase are meeting. So therefore only at pure A end, the free energy curves of alpha and liquid will touch each other at the pure A end. So otherwise liquid is stable in all. So I will draw a liquid GL, and then though I draw the alpha phase. This is G alpha. So G alpha and GL curves are only intersecting at pure A end. This is pure A, right? Well, at the all compositions, G alpha is sitting above the GL, so therefore GL is more stable, and for G beta is already above, correct, because G beta phase is not stable at all any composition range. So I have to do it for now TP. So I hope you understood this, that at TA only these 2 curves will meet G alpha and GL at the pure A end, not anywhere else. So similarly for pure TA, temperature T equal to Tp, at this peritectic temperature, you can see here alpha is stable till this composition, then you have 3 phases stable, alpha, liquid and beta, okay, and then from this to this composition liquid is stable. So when you have 2 phase field alpha and alpha plus liquid and then liquid, so therefore alpha curve and alpha liquid curves will cross over. So let us first draw that liquid one, correct. So the liquid one and alpha 1 will cross over. So how will it cross over alpha 1? So let me just do that. Okay, it has crossed over, and at the same time beta is stable here. So there will be a tangent between, common tangent between alpha liquid and beta. So I am drawing that. So this is GL and this one is G alpha and this one is G beta. So between these two curves L and liquid and the alpha, you can draw a common tangent, or rather it is better to draw a common tangent between three of them. So to do that, you have to extend the alpha curve little bit more. Let us do that. So okay. So you can draw a common tangent between these three, and this is where it touches. So this is alpha, this is where it touches, this is where it touches between alpha and liquid. So this is liquid, this is alpha plus beta plus liquid. Okay. So if I zoom it up, this particular portion, it will be like this: liquid curve, then alpha and beta. Okay. So three curves will have a tangent. So this is what is alpha, this is liquid, this part alpha plus beta plus liquid. That's what I have done here. Okay. So this part is shown in zoom version here. Now I will do it for a temperature T equal to T3. So at temperature T equal to T3, you have not a very simple situation. You have alpha phase present until this composition, alpha plus beta until this composition, beta, liquid plus beta and liquid. Okay. So I have a crossover of alpha and beta, and again here beta and liquid. So first let us draw alpha. Okay. Alpha will be like stable for certain composition range, then it will go up. This is for G alpha. So then G beta will cross over, G beta will be above. Okay. It will cross over and remain like this. Okay. So these two will have a tangent between themselves. This is alpha, this is alpha plus beta, and then we will have a liquid curve coming like this. We will have another tangent between liquid and alpha. Okay. And in between there is a range beta is stable. So liquid, liquid plus beta, and this is liquid. So that is not easy to do. So you have to draw these curves in such a way that you can make common tangent. I have drawn two common tangent between alpha and beta here. This is the common tangent alpha beta, and this is a common tangent between liquid and beta. So this is beta and this is GL. This you need to practice more, then only you can get it, but in the books it is there. Okay. So that's how actually all these PNG composition diagrams are drawn and explained. Now beta is here is a solution phase between two components A and B, but it can be also a intermetallic phase, or it can be also a line compound. Okay, just like a line. I have shown you in the iron germanium phase diagram. There are many compounds like Fe-G, Fe5, G6 like that. So these phases also formed by peritectic reactions. Now as a corollary of this peritectic reaction, we are going to discuss in the next class the nature of these peritectic reactions, or nature of formation of these line compounds, and what are the rules for the line compounds, because these compounds are very important for the human civilization, because these compounds have changed the concepts and it has been applied, these compounds are applied for various applications. So therefore we need to know these compounds very nicely or quite well if you want to understand phase diagrams or material science nicely. So with this, in the next class I will start discussing about the compound formations and move on.